Hi, Leo. Welcome to your monthly reading for November 2025. If you are new here, welcome. My name is Laura, aka Baby Curl Tarot. I'm a tarot reader, astrologer, and moot worker, and I love doing monthly readings for all the zodiac signs here on YouTube, as well as some other fun content over on TikTok and Instagram. I'm going to go ahead and jump right into your reading. Keep in mind, this is a general message, so whatever comes up, comes up. Also, please do not try and force a reading you see on the internet to fit your exact situation. If it resonates, take it, leave the rest behind. If it's not resonating, it's probably just a message for another Leo out there. All right. Spiritual team, tea leaf fortune cards. What messages do you have for the Leo collective at this time? What messages do you have for the Leo collective at this time? Let's see. These ones have not been jumping very much. Let's go check the other half of the deck. Spiritual team, tea leaf fortune cards. What messages do you have for the Leo collective at this time? What messages do you have for the Leo collective at this time? There we go. There's a couple. There's way too many. Okay. Well, let's see. There were a couple that came out that flipped over. The rest did not. So I'm going to take those and let's see. Yeah, let's see what these ones have to say. Okay, so first up we have the desk. Pay attention to your work. Okay. What else do we have? We have the wheel. Indecisiveness, allowing your life to ramble aimlessly. Okay. We have the torch. Spiritual development, enlightenment, awareness, and understanding. Okay. We got two more. We have the key. Successful outcome to your problems. All right. Like that. And finally, we have the pail. Time to get out of a situation. Okay. Well, sounds like the successful outcome means getting the heck out of Dodge. That's what I got from that. Let's go ahead and get in the tarot and see what comes up for you guys, because I'm not getting anything other than like this is work stuff. You guys are facing some sort of problem that you're not like handling directly. So let's get in the tarot and see what comes up. Spiritual team, Sugar Skull Tarot. What messages do you have for the Leo collective? Oh, I gotta sneeze. What messages do you have for the Leo collective at this time? Excuse me. Excuse me. Okay, what's going on, Leos? We have the King of Wands in reverse. Okay. We have the Eight of Wands in reverse. We have the Three of Cups in reverse. We have the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. We have the King of Cups in reverse. Dang, Leos, what's going on? At the bottom of the deck, we have the Hermit in reverse, the Emperor in reverse, the Five of Swords, Moon in reverse, and Five of Pentacles. That's no fun. It feels like you guys feel like you are stuck. You guys feel like you are stuck in a situation you have no control over, and it's not a fun one. It's not a fun one at all. This could be related to a romantic connection. This could be related to work. This could be related to the apartment that you live in. This could be related to your friend group. I mean, it feels like this could be so many different things for different Leos. So just take what I say and apply it to your situation if you feel like it's resonating. But generally speaking, it feels like you guys feel like you have no control with this King of Wands and Eight of Wands in reverse. You guys aren't taking charge of the situation, like, at all. It's almost like you're sitting back and waiting for someone else to make the decision for you, which I would argue is probably the worst way to go about this. Or you're just hoping it will turn around on its own, and you're like, if I just leave it alone, maybe it will, I don't know, maybe it will, it'll fix itself eventually, right? But with the Hermit in reverse, right underneath that King of Wands in reverse, I heard like, pull your head out of the sand. I heard a specific, I heard a different version of that, but basically, like, pull your head out of the sand. Things are not going to improve just by ignoring it. Okay. Okay. Um, a lot of you guys may be avoiding conflict of some kind here with this Five of Swords. You guys don't want to get into an argument with somebody. You don't want to fight. You don't want to deal with the nonsense. And for a lot of you, I feel like this could have to do with like friends or a community of some kind, coworkers, whatever. You just don't want to deal with people's argumentative energy, which I get. But at the same time, like, sometimes you got to have conflict in order to resolve something. Yes. Um, and as frustrating as it is, to be the person to say something, sometimes you have to. Sometimes you have to, right? But something is just not working. Um, yeah, it's either that or like you are arguing with people all the time and you don't know how to fix it or get out of the situation. Like, say this is your neighbors for some reason. Like, you and this one neighbor cannot seem to freaking get along. You don't know what their problem is. They just have it out for you. You guys can't stand each other. Whatever, whatever, whatever. Okay. You try to ignore them. They turn their music up loud. You call the office on them. You tell them, hey, like, they are being an absolute nuisance, blah, 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 blah. Um, so I feel like for you guys, the big thing is like, well, I don't necessarily have the means or the ability to move, which is what I would like to do. Um, but at the same time, like, I cannot continue living next to these people, kind of a thing. And so it's like, either, I don't know, I feel like a lot of you guys are avoiding having conversations with people. You're avoiding speaking up and saying something. So for those of you where you are not saying something, like, I feel like it's time to say something, to do something about this, right? Because you can't continue to live in an unhappy environment, or you can't continue to work in an unhappy environment. Now, take what resonates. It could be different for all of you. I feel like some of you might turn around and say, well, if I say something, it is only going to make the situation worse, which I totally get as well. There are some people you just literally cannot talk to. So in that case, you got to figure out something. You got to figure out a way to change this. You got to figure out how to remove yourself from the situation. If that means breaking your lease and moving somewhere else, do it. And you have the means to do it. I mean, if you have the means to do it, do it. If you are unhappy at your job, look for another job. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you have the ability to do so, do it. But I feel like a lot of you guys are avoiding something or avoiding dealing with something, in the hopes that it will go away on its own. But I feel like a lot of you guys need to either remove yourselves from a situation, have a conversation with something. But I feel like for a lot of you guys, it's removing yourselves from a situation, right? That's what this pail is all about. It said, time to get out of the situation, time to figure out how to get the heck out of Dodge, gotta skedaddle. But I feel like making the decision is the important thing. And even if you guys don't move to a new complex or a new community or a new house, let's say you live in an apartment building, right? Let's say you talk to the people in your office and you're like, hey, do you have any other units available away from these people? Because I just cannot. I absolutely cannot. Probably a lot less expensive than breaking your lease. And you're like, hey, just transfer me to a different unit if possible. Like, I just cannot be around them. It's not a good situation for me, my kids, my family, my dog, whatever. Um, and so I feel like that could be the solution that you're looking for. But ultimately, I just feel like there is a decision that needs to be made and it needs to be executed, like, expeditiously, quickly. as soon as possible, because like this is making you miserable. It's making, I think, other people around you miserable that even you aren't aware of. Like there are other people being impacted by the situation too. But most importantly, you is what we're focusing on. So focusing on removing yourself or getting yourself out of a situation and into a situation that is more beneficial for you, okay, is what we need to do. It's what we need to do, Leos. All right. Um, Leos, that's what I'm seeing. I'm going to go ahead and close out your reading with a couple of oracle decks. But before I do that, if you resonated with this reading or you want a longer reading, I do bonus readings for the top 3 zodiac signs that engage the most with these videos at the beginning of the month. So if you want a 2-for-1 special, you were hoping for like a love reading, I do a 2-for-1, and it's a love reading and a general reading on those bonus readings. So again, engage with this video in some way to let me know that you want me to include the Leos in the running to get those later in the month. And also, if you were maybe looking for clarity on a different situation, I just didn't touch on it here, I do offer personal readings. You can DM me either on TikTok or Instagram. My handles are below in the description box. Please reach out to me. I will never reach out to you directly. That is not how I operate. If someone is reaching out to you claiming to be me and wanting to offer you a reading, it is likely a scam. Do not fall for it. Always reach out to me first, okay? And please only use the handles in the description box. Those are the only platforms I use and the only handles I use, okay? All right, let's go ahead and get into some final messages for you guys. Spiritual team, Green Witch Oracle. What final messages do you have for the Leo Collective? What final messages do you have for the Leo Collective? Okay, we have energy. Okay, so for me, energy talks about movement. It talks about action. There needs to be some energy put behind this decision making. There needs to be some energy put towards this effort of needing to get out or wanting to go somewhere else. And I feel like there is energy behind you as well. What I love is like this is an orange, which to me, it gives a lot of Leo energy. So it tells me that you guys are supported in this decision as long as you take those first steps forward. Okay. But yeah, you got to put the energy into resolving this in some way. We also have ritual. Okay, so some of you guys could be getting into a ritual or trying to get into a routine or a ritual of some kind. That specifically talks about maybe protecting your peace or a ritual for success in your work. Okay, maybe you have like a routine of like I answer emails between this time and this time, and then I do these types of tasks between this time and this time, or I do yoga every morning to get my head right, get my mind right, get myself ready for the day, or I sit with my coffee out on the balcony and watch the sunrise or whatever the case is. There's just feels like there's something specific for you this month that gives you that sense of peace, and joy and happiness and kind of keeps you moving. All right, what else at the bottom of the deck? We have hope. Restoring hope into a situation, to your future, for what it is that you are pursuing, what it is that you want. Okay, so this month is all about hope, and also pursuing. You can't just hope that something is going to change. You also have to put some energy and effort behind it. Okay. All right, spiritual team, ancestor spirit oracle, what final messages do you have for the Leo collective? What final messages do you have for the Leo collective? All right, what do we have? Upskill, work, career, crossroads. Okay, so some of you guys may feel stuck at a job or like you've hit this glass ceiling, right? And you're like, there's no more upward mobility for me in this job. Like, I need to find a way to get out and make more money and do something different. Some of you guys could be maybe going back to school or taking courses on, different skills that you can use to make yourself more valuable or look better on a resume, and make you guys look more appealing to, employers, things like that. And also just generally make you better at your job, right? Next, we have spirit guides, insight, guidance, and purpose. Okay, so some of you guys may feel very spiritually in tune, or you may feel like guided, like if you're seeing signs, if you're seeing synchronicities, or like thinking like, damn, I need to do X, Y, and Z, and then you see an ad for something that is exactly aligned with what it is that you're trying to do. Definitely pay attention to those little signs and things throughout the month. Next, we have move your body, dance, breathe, and flow. Yeah, some of you guys may have like, again, like a yoga ritual or some sort of like exercise ritual, or you go for walks every day after work or on your lunch break or whatever the case is. And finally, at the bottom of the deck, we have connect with past loved ones. Some of you guys could be connecting to your ancestors, to your spiritual team in general. Some of you guys may celebrate Dia de los Muertos or something similar, where you connect with, ancestors, people that you've loved. Maybe connecting with family to celebrate, the life of someone that may have passed on recently or even not recently. You know what I mean? It's definitely giving, because of the card and it's November, it definitely gives me something similar to Dia de los Muertos. If that's not necessarily your culture, you may have something similar, or you may feel called to go visit someone's gravesite this month, or just, spend more time thinking about someone specific or talking about someone specific, potentially with other family members. All right, Leos, that is what I'm seeing for you guys this month. Please leave a like and a comment if you enjoyed the reading. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more videos from me in the future, and maybe share this video with another Leo if you feel like it would resonate for them. Again, if you want to see more content from me, I'm also on TikTok and Instagram. My handles are below in the description box, and you can also reach out to me there for a personal reading. If you want to send me a tip for the spiritual labor, it is much appreciated. You can reach me, and my cash apps are all down, all the different things that I have there. If you want to send me something, it is much appreciated. As always, though, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate the love and support. I hope to see you guys at the next reading. Until then, please take care of yourselves. Bye.